Learn some math. Have you ever wondered how to find the surface area of 3D prisms? Well, now there is no need for wondering. Get a piece of paper and pencil and a mind ready to learn. We are about to discover how to solve problems in sections 10-4 and 10-5 in your textbook.
Key terms and formulas without them. Altitude, the height of an object that is perpendicular to the base. Lateral surface, the sides of a figure that don't include the base. Right cylinder, a cylinder in which the altitude is perpendicular with the bases. Right prism, a prism in which the altitude is perpendicular to the base. Surface area, the total area of the surface in a solid.
Now, let's see some math problems. 10.4.
The surface area of a cylinder. First, we have to write down the formula. The formula is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r height. From there, we can plug in the numbers. The radius of this will be 4, because you cut it in half. Then you will plug it in. 2 pi 4 squared plus 2 pi 4 height, which is 10. Then from there, we can just start multiplying. So it's going to be 2 pi 15 plus 2 pi 40. We can just multiply these together, and you can put it in your calculator if you want. So this would be 32 plus 80. Don't forget the pi's. And then from there, you just add, and you get 112 pi squared. And this would be the answer. Make sure you don't forget the pi.
Now we're going to find the surface area of two composite figures. First, like last problem, we have to write the formulas down. For the cylinder, it's going to be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r height. And for the prism, it's going to be base area plus perimeter base times height. From there, we're just going to plug it in. First, we're going to find the surface area of the cylinder. So we're going to put 2 pi 2 squared, because you cut it in half, plus 2 pi 2 height, which is 10. From there, we're just going to multiply with your calculator if you want. So it's going to be 2 pi 4 plus 2 pi 20. There you just multiply these two together, which you get 8 pi plus 40 pi and then from there you would add these two together, which would be 48 pi feet squared. From here we will do the base area plus perimeter base times height. So we just plug it in. We put 28, because you would multiply these two together, plus 22, because you would add you would find the perimeter of this. Then from there you would multiply times height, which is 6, and you would get 28 plus 132. And you just add those together, which is 160 feet squared. Then from there you would add these two together, and it would be 160 feet plus 48 pi feet. And then from there you would get 208 pi feet squared. And then, because this it can be wrapped twice, so you will now subtract the lateral area, which is this part right here. So you would just subtract 208 minus 8, and answer would be 200 feet. 200 feet, or actually 2 pi feet squared.
Ten 5 surface area of cones and pyramids.
Regular pyramid. A pyramid whose base is a regular polygon and the altitude is perpendicular to the vertex. Right cone. A cone whose altitude meets the base at a 90-degree angle. Slant height of a regular pyramid. The height from one of the base edges to the vertex. Slant height of a right cone. The height from the edge of the base to the axis.
Now we're going to find the lateral area and surface area of a right cone. First, we have to write down the formula. The formula is pi r squared plus pi r l. L is this side right here. We don't have this side right here, so we have to use Pythagorean's theorem. And with that, we're gonna put 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. And then from there, this is 36 plus, and this would be 64 equals c squared. From there, we add these two together and get 100. Square root equals c squared. From there, you have to square root it. You can plug it into your calculator and you would get 10 equals c. So this side here equals 10. From there, we would plug it in. Pi r, which is 8, squared plus pi 8 times 10, because the lateral area is 10. And then from there, we would multiply this, which is 64 pi plus 80 pi. From there, we would add them together and get 144 pi inches squared. Don't forget the inches. It says right there. That is the surface area. Now to find the lateral area, you just have to go back to where you went first, and then we have to find the lateral area. The lateral area is just this, without the base, just this part right here, not the base. So then from that, you would subtract 64 pi, because this is a base area. Remember, surface area equals base area plus lateral area. So this is lateral area and this is base area. So then you just subtract 144 pi minus 64 pi, and you would get 80 pi. So the answer for the lateral area is 80 pi inches. Surface area of a pyramid. First, the formula. The formula is for surface area equals base area plus perimeter base times L divided by 2. From there, we would find the lateral area first, which is this part right here. And to do that, we have to do Pythagorean's theorem. But this is the whole thing, so we have to cut it in half, and that would be 12. So then we put 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. And then from there we would get 25 plus 144 equals c squared. And then we add it together and we get 169 equals c squared. Remember, this would always be square root. And then from there you plug it into your calculator and you get 13 equals c. So this part equals 13 feet. And then from there we can just plug it in. Base area, which is gonna be 24 times 24, which is 288 plus, then we just add all the sides together.
Hold on, I gotta make sure that's...
We're going to find the surface area of a pyramid. First, we have to write down the formula, which would be surface area equals base area plus perimeter base times L divided by 2. And this part is L, so we don't have L, so we have to find this part first, and we're going to use Pythagorean's theorem. Remember that you have to cut this part in half because it's just half of a thing. So we're going to put 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. And if you add those two and multiply them, you would get 169 and square root equals c squared. And if you plug it in to your calculator, you would get 13, and then it will be c. So this part equals 13 feet. Now we can plug it in. So then you first find 24 times 24, which is 576, plus 24 times 4 because it has 4 sides, which is going to be 96 times 13 because of the lateral area. And then from there, you would have to divide this part by 2. And if you add this together, if you multiply these and then divide by 2 and then add by 576, you would get 1,200 feet squared. And that would be the answer.
Let's combine 10.4 and 10.5 by finding the surface area of a giant pencil, which is a cone and a cylinder put together. For the cylinder, the height is 90 centimeters and the radius is 1.75. For the cone, which is a tip with the lead, is radius equals 1.75 centimeters and slant height equals 9.5 centimeters. So now, when we want to find the surface area of the cylinder, remember that the surface area equals pi r squared plus 2 pi RH. Then you plug it in for the cylinder. That would be 2 pi times 1.75 because it's a radius squared plus 2 times 90, which is the height, times 1.75, which is your radius, times pi. Don't forget your pi's. And then when you can plug all this into a calculator, and you'll get a rounded answer of 1,008.33 centimeters. But then, and don't forget your units. Surface area is squared. Squared. Don't forget. Okay. Now for the cone, never forget that the formula, it will be very useful in life. The formula of a cone is pi r squared plus pi r L. You plug it in, the pi times radius, which is 1.75 squared, plus pi r, which is 1.75 L, which is 9.5. You plug that all into your calculator and you get a rounded answer of 61.82. When you add this answer and this answer together, you get a total surface area of 1,070.15 centimeters squared. Never forget your units.
Jolly, jolly, fit me.